Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to the next reaction to Season 4 of Supernatural. The last episode we watched was the monster at the end of this book. I called it all the way through, the monster at the end of the book, which whilst I was editing was really annoying me. But it was called the monster at the end of this book. We discovered there was a book series that revolved around Sam and Dean's life, and it turned out that it was written by a guy who turned out to be a prophet. And he was seeing visions of Sam and Dean's life and future, but didn't realise what he was, therefore he was just making them into a novel series which got like a cult following, and it was fun, meta, which then took a dark turn down to prophets, angels, Lilith, the deal that Lilith offered her. She will stop her whole plan with the seals because she discovered that she doesn't survive this fight. He didn't take it, they didn't stop Lilith, so where that goes, I'm interested to find out. Now, I want to let people know, just so that I'm open and honest, that before this episode started, I looked up a list of Monster of the Week episodes of Supernatural, because I really wanted to know if I was jumping into a Monster of the Week episode, or if the last 4 episodes of the show are all mythology, and it didn't say what episode was what, it just said a list of each Monster of the Week episodes from each season, and the last one it had for season 4 was It's a Terrible Life, which the ghost story was Monster of the Week, but even that tied into the angel storyline, but I could see what it means. But yeah, it said that the rest of the episodes are all to do with the main storyline, so at least I know that going in. I do love Monster of the Week episodes, it's some of my favourite ones, Monster of the Week, of any TV show, but it's good to know that going in, the last 4 episodes are all main storyline relevant, so let's go and get a heart ripped out, yeah, as more secrets are kept, more lies are told, hell yeah. Because I'm really interested to know when it comes out that Sam is drinking Ruby's blood, because that's got to come out in the next few episodes, maybe the penultimate episodes, maybe the finale, I don't know, but this episode is called Jump the Shark, and it really intrigues me, because Jump the Shark is such a fun term. For those who don't know, Jump the Shark is a reference to Happy Days episode, where Fonz literally jumped over a shark, and that's when people said, the show's over, the show's done, it's not good anymore, and that's when the term Jump the Shark came from. So when a show has jumped the shark, it means that the show no longer is that good anymore, they've run out of ideas, or they've peaked, they've hit the top, now they're on the way down. For example, with Buffy, people say that it jumped the shark when Dawn appeared. I don't agree, because I think season 5 is brilliant, and there's some great stuff in season 6 and 7, but I can see why people might think that. But yeah, an episode where a show jumps the shark is when it goes on a downhill slide from everything good as before that. So I don't think this is a reference to that, because obviously they wouldn't say that about themselves, but I'm interested to know where that title comes into play in this episode, so let's jump into it to find out, and hopefully we can figure out along the way where the show jumps the shark, so to speak. If you enjoyed the video, please let me know down below in the comments what you thought of season 1, no, season 4, episode 19 of Supernatural, Jump the Shark. And there's a Patreon link down below if you want to watch the full reaction to this episode, as well as the full reaction to every episode this season so far, and the next few in advance if you're watching on YouTube. Let's go with season 4, episode 19, Jump the Shark. But knowing this is all angel stuff is kind of nerve-wracking as well. Or at least ongoing storyline stuff, maybe not necessarily angels. Shut me up. Oh no, I don't like this shot. Please pick your feet up. I hate that. I hate that. I'm sorry. That was a picture of John. Okay. Okay. Colour me intrigued. You have no toothpaste in there. See, there's none on the toothbrush either. If you're gonna fake do your teeth, at least put toothpaste on it. Oh. Well done.
Isn't that Dad's phone?
Hello.
Is this John?
He can't come to the phone. Can I help you?
No. I need to talk to John. This is Adam Milligan. He knows me.
Adam
Well, sorry to
Milligan.
be the one to break this to you, pal, but John died more than 2 years ago.
Oh god, I've just guessed what might happen.
Who is this?
John's son.
I'm his son.
Fuck. Oh, I get it. We're jumping the sharks. We're introducing a new family member. Shows love to do that.
No father listed on the birth certificate. He's an Eagle Scout, graduated from high school with honors, and currently goes to the University of Wisconsin, biology major, pre-med. Dean, you listening?
This is a trap.
And what if he's not possessed?
Then he is a shapeshifter.
Hence the silver.
Look, either way, this thing is gonna bleed. I mean, using Dad as bait, that's the last mistake of its short, pitiful life.
You're right, Dean.
What?
Coincidence. Next 2 pages in the journal, torn out.
That was funny. We never mentioned
You're
that
actually
before.
lying this, are you?
Look, man, I don't want to believe it either. I'm just saying it's possible.
You Sam?
Yeah.
So was that his mum that died at the beginning?
Hey. So,
Makes sense.
how'd you know my dad?
We work together.
He's not going to be a demon. He's not going to be a shapeshifter. It's way too obvious. They're putting way too much emphasis on it.
So, when's the last time you saw John?
I don't even know. It's a couple years.
Why'd you decide to call him now?
I didn't know who else to call. He's the only family I got. My mom's missing.
Really?
Oh,
I'm sorry.
missing.
For how long?
Finally meet him.
When I was 12, my mom had one of his old numbers, and after I begged her, God, 24/7, she finally called him. God, when John heard he had a son, he raced to town. I mean, he dropped everything. He drove all night.
Ooh, that's not going to...
That's heartwarming.
Yeah.
He showed me how to drive. Dad, he had this beautiful 67 Impala.
Oh, this is crap. You know what? You're lying.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, you are.
I'm sorry, but who the hell are you to call me a liar?
We're John Winchester's sons. That's who. We are his sons.
Family drama.
I've got brothers.
No, you don't have brothers. Look, man, I don't know if you're a hunter or what kind of game you're playing here.
I have never been hunting in my life.
Took you to a freaking baseball game?
Yeah. Why would that do with you on your birthday?
Made me kill a demon.
Adam, you said you called Dad because your mom was missing?
Yeah,
How long has she been gone?
3 days.
Who was the last person to see her?
Mr. Abenanti, our neighbor, he saw her come home Tuesday night, but she never showed up to work on Wednesday.
Did you call the police?
Mom's supervisor
Christ.
at the hospital did. And then I drove down here as fast as I could.
It's like, why was he... The only reason I can think that John would be more of a
Should have been here.
dad to this guy, Adam,
What
is maybe because he wasn't involved in the demon life. It was like
But they,
A
searched
separation
the house, they didn't find anything.
thing, maybe.
She wouldn't leave without telling anybody. It's like she just dropped off the face of the earth, you know?
I hope he's as nice as he appears to be. He seems like cute and innocent. But this is supernatural.
All right, so he was hunting something. What?
No idea. Those are the pages he tore out of the journal. But last month, the corpse snatching started up again. 3 bodies from the local cemetery.
Corpse
So
snatching.
whatever he was after, he didn't kill it. It's back.
And what, it stepped up its game to fresh meat?
There's some like weird childhood primal fear
Give me a hand with the mattress.
about being dragged under the bed. I just don't like it. Oh. That's gross.
You're not mechanics. I just want to know what's going on.
Not even remotely.
Please.
I like him.
Basically, you're saying that every movie monster, every nightmare that I've ever had, that's all real.
As Giles once perfectly said, they're all real.
And what took my mom?
We're not sure. Something's in town stealing bodies, living and dead. But we don't know what.
There's a long list of freaks that fit the bill.
You think maybe she might still be alive?
Judging what was in the vent, not hopeful. But I'd like to think that she is.
This thing killed my mom. If you're hunting it, I want in.
No.
Dean, look, maybe...
Maybe what? Why do you think Dad never told us about this kid, Sam? Huh? Why do you think he ripped out the pages? Because he was protecting him.
Dad's dead, dude.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
He doesn't want
didn't
in his
Adam to
life.
have our lives, okay?
Yeah.
And we're gonna respect his wishes.
Do I get a say in this?
No.
Dean said.
I know what Dean said.
But I guess you could also argue if it's coming for the mother.
And I know what it's like to want revenge.
Okay, I wasn't going to go down that route. But what I was going to say might come for the son as...
This tomb was built in
Well,
1926.
Who's this? Oh,
Four
it's Dean.
generations of the Millsap family.
Oh, for a second I thought that was Ellen. I almost lost my shit.
Spears on the house for cops.
But before you say he's killing Ellen, my eyesight's not great. So I just saw a woman in the background of a bar. What is it? Like we've not had any inclination as to what is actually after them.
It's in the vents.
A demon? Oh. Oh. Oh, shoot. Oh, look at them trying to help as a family.
We do have what this thing wants.
Bait.
You want to use the kid as bait? That's why you want to stay here?
Maybe this thing will come back. We could train Adam. Get him ready.
He could die, Sam.
We could all die, Dean. Even if we do kill this thing, there are tons of other freaks that want revenge. On Dad, on us. What if they find the kid instead, and he's not ready?
I'll do it.
I mean, like I say, it's his
Whatever it
choice,
takes,
but
I'll do it.
early Sam would never have suggested that. What's happened to you?
You can't have those kinds of connections. Ever. They're weaknesses. You'll just put those people in danger, get them killed. It's the price we pay. You cut them out and you don't look back. There's only one thing you can count on.
I mean, he's right,
Family.
but
Zach.
it's just dark.
I talk to you. Dad gave you that exact same speech, remember? It was just before you ditched us for Stanford. And
Things
you
have
hated Dad
changed
for
since
saying that
then.
stuff, and now you're quoting him?
Yeah, well, turns out Dad was right.
Since when?
Since always. Dean, when I look at Adam, you know what I see?
A normal kid.
No. Meat. Because to the demons and monsters out there, that's all he is. Dad did right by us. He taught us how to protect ourselves. Adam deserves the same.
Like drinking demon blood? Did he teach you to do that?
I think it's too late for us. He's still got a chance, man. He can go to school. He could be a doctor.
What makes Adam so special?
What, are you jealous of the kid?
Are you?
I think they both are to some degree, if we're quite honest about it.
Adam doesn't have to be cursed.
He's a Winchester. He's already cursed.
No.
Fucking hell, Sam. Jesus
there was no Adam.
Christ.
I'm gonna find him.
You already looked everywhere, Dean.
Well, then I'll look again.
You were saying? Mom?
Don't trust it. Don't trust it. Stay away.
It's Jimmy. I got away.
Adam, stop away from her.
Sam, what the hell?
She's not your mother.
Adam,
Shoot it.
he's crazy. Honey, it's me.
Adam,
Honey, it's
look,
me.
that's not your mother.
Baby, baby.
Shoot it. It's not human.
I know.
What? What? Oh my god, I fell for the whole thing. Shit. I fell for this whole thing.
You're ghouls.
Ghouls. Alright.
Now, I find that term racist.
Have we met ghouls before? I don't think so.
Ghouls don't usually go after the living. See, you're just filthy scavengers, feeding off the dead, taking the form of the last corpse you choked down.
Exposition
And their
time.
thoughts. And their memories. Like Adam, for instance.
Yeah, well, we are what we eat.
You never hurt anyone, Sam. Living anyway.
No. He was no monster. But the thing that killed him was a monster named John Winchester.
Son of a bitch was already dead.
So, I guess you and Dean will have to do instead.
Dean won't interrupt us this time. We're gonna feed on you nice and slow, like we did with Adam.
Oh, and by the way,
Poor Adam.
he really was your brother.
Dean, they're ghouls!
Shit, all hell blew off. Holy crap. I wonder if something's going to happen with the blood because it is demon blood. Elements of it are demon blood, I guess. And he's been drinking demon blood. Oh, God. And whether that means... I don't know. Me.
Sure we should do this?
Oh.
Ghouls didn't fake those pictures. They didn't fake Dad's journal. Adam was our brother. He died like a hunter. He deserves to go out like one.
Oh.
You know, I finally get why you and Dad butted heads so much. You two are practically the same person. You are more like him than I will ever be. And I see that now.
Take that as a compliment.
You can take it any way you want.
I don't think it was meant as a compliment necessarily, but very complex. Alright, that was my reaction to Season 4, Episode 19 of Supernatural, Jump the Shark. And the episode title now makes a lot of sense. That it is that fun take on how a lot of shows, as I said during the reaction, but I don't know if I have to cut it out for YouTube, when they are struggling for ideas or they want just a new storyline, they bring in this long-lost family member that no one's ever heard of. And soap operas do it all the time, even the ones I watch. The amount of, oh, here's a brother that you never knew you had, or here's a family, whole side of this family tree that we never heard of. So it's funny, I get why Jump the Shark now makes sense, because I know, like I said, Buffy did it, all the shows I've watched do it. It was interesting. And I generally felt really sorry for Adam, because I'm guessing that the ghoul was Adam all along in the episode, I don't really know. But I just felt for him because he didn't deserve this life. He was John's son, and it makes sense to me that John had hookups with women. Like, he was a hunter, he was away from home a lot. Mary died quite young, considerably. Like, before John actually died, there was a long period of time where John was alone. So it makes sense, like with Sam and Dean, when they go on hunts and they save women, sometimes they want to sleep with them, sometimes they do sleep with them. So it makes sense that he's out there sleeping with women, and that at some point maybe something happened. So it doesn't bother me that they brought in this extra family member out of nowhere. It is a little like, okay, jump the shark, like you said. But I like it because it fits in the sense of this life that they lead does lend the way to the fact that they have a lot of one-night stands and things can happen. Now, whether that happens with Sam and Dean in the future, we don't know. It was probably touched on a little bit in Series 3 with Ben, was he called? And I want to say Lisa and Ben. So whether they touch on that again, I don't know. They might have done that, and that was in the past. But yeah, it is a good way to bring in an extra son if we need to. But I felt for him because he was obviously protected. John cared about him. John didn't want him to have this life, which is why I think he went to baseball games, was more of a dad to them, because it was a separation thing. I want this life that isn't to do with monsters and demons and hunting. Now, the reason that he got the kid was because of a hunt, and that led to the events of this episode. So it's just really unfortunate for not just Adam, but his mother, that due to something that was not their fault, they ended up getting hunted down again years later and killed. And it's a shame, because I quite liked Adam, or at least the Adam that we saw, which was a ghoul. So do I like Adam? I don't know, because we don't really know the real Adam. But for the little that we have seen of what may be the real Adam, he seemed like he might have been a nice person. I mean, we don't know that the one that died might have been an absolute dickhead. But I like to believe that elements of the Adam that we saw was the real Adam, and that he seemed like a nice guy. I don't know. It was an interesting dynamic watching them have a new brother and how they dealt with that, and how they had two very different reactions to it. Very different reactions. How Dean was very much like, no, it's a demon. It's definitely a monster at some point. We don't have another brother. John would have told us. He wouldn't have kept it secret, which is very naive to think that John wouldn't have kept it secret, because John kept a lot of stuff secret. There's a lot of stuff about demons and the world and everything that John did not tell them. And Dean knows that, so it makes sense because Dean followed John without question, as we know from the early seasons, and it's still elements of that are still there, like the residual control of John's emotions over Dean. I know what I mean, I don't know how to word it. So it makes sense that Dean's reaction was like, no, he would have told us. But it's also very naive to think that, but that's like Dean's character, isn't it? That he followed orders without question, and it led to things that weren't good. Sam was willing to take it on, was willing to listen, was willing to let Adam in, and that makes sense with Sam's character, at least initially. What we met of Sam in season 1, that he was quite emotional, quite open, quite willing to listen, and willing to take these things on. Now, it was an interesting dynamic because they both had a very different start to this episode and a very different end to it in how they dealt with Adam going forward once they realised that he was the brother. Dean didn't want him involved in his life. It's funny because Sam wanted to protect him like John did by... No, Dean wanted to protect him like John did by wanting him staying away from the whole thing, whereas Sam wanted to protect him in a different way by preparing him. But then Dean said, you're more like John, but John protected Adam by keeping him separate, which is what Dean wanted to do, whereas Sam wanted to protect Adam by training him up, using him as bait and whatnot. So whilst he said that you're very similar to John, it's funny that there's also, he's not seeing that Dean is also very similar to John as well, that the ways they dealt with Adam. And I think there's a lot to unpack here that I'm not going to be able to touch on, but they're both very similar to John in different ways, and they are John's sons, and they've both taken different aspects of John's personality to grow up with, and how they dealt with Adam proves how different they are, how same they are to John, how different they are to John, and just, it's very different. So, like I say, Sam wanted to protect him by training him up, using him as bait, which was, it was tough to watch because Sam was very much like, you need to cut out everyone from your life, this is your life now, you're a hunter, your life is over, this is you. And whilst he's right, it's also hard to listen to because Sam was always the one that wanted a normal life and wanted to go back to law school at some point once we killed Yellow Eyes, and there was always that hope for Sam that this other life is possible, whereas that hope has gone. And a lot of people in the comments did point me towards Mystery Spot as the turning point for Sam, but I never, until this point, really understood why people didn't really like Sam. I can now understand that Sam was going down this really dark path, which is difficult to watch and hard to watch as someone who is Team Sam, and I don't like it. I want Sam to be like more like he used to be, which I know is not going to happen. You know, he's been traumatised, he's gone through a lot of dark stuff. Hello, son. And he is the person he is now. It's just not fun to watch, and it's hard to watch this person that used to be full of hope, no longer full of hope. Whereas Dean, whilst he's not that hopeful in terms of the future, he's also like, we don't need to put all this onto Adam, you know, let's protect him in a different way. Yeah, there's so much I've got to think about that I don't really know what to say, but I know, like, this is a short review by the looks of the time that I'm on, and so I apologise if this is quite a short end to the episode, but I don't really know what to say. I've got a lot to say, but not a lot to say because there's too much to say. I hope that makes sense. But the main focus of this episode, whilst it wasn't angels, like I thought it was going to be, because the last 4 episodes were mythology episodes or carried on with the main storyline, this was more like John and that side of things. It was all about Sam and Dean and their different perspective on things, how they've changed over the course of the 4 seasons, how they approach situations differently, with Adam, with using people as bait, with family, with the life of a hunter. And it was really interesting. Dark, a little sad to watch at times, with Sam particularly showing us that how he has changed over these 4 seasons, and it's sad to see. But I just feel sorry for Adam. I would have liked to see more of him. I don't know how the fans would have responded to this, because like it is a whole jump the shark storyline when, oh, here's a random family member, but it makes sense to me that there could be a family member out there, and I liked what Adam could have been, but we'll have to wait and see if it's ever touched on again, or if this is, hey, here's your brother, he died, end of storyline. But yeah, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know down below in the comments what you thought of season 1 episode 19. No, season 4. Is that at the start? Season 4 episode 19, Supernatural. Jump the Shark. As always, my name is Scott. I hope you guys are well, taking care of yourselves and staying safe. Like I say, leave some comments down below. Let me know what you thought of Adam, the new brother storyline, the fact that he was dead all along, and Sam and Dean's different reactions to Adam and how to deal with this situation. And ghouls, have we met ghouls before? I don't think we have, because it gave us a bit of a exposition dump when we met the ghouls, so I think these are new to the show. Yeah, thanks for watching, take care, and I'll see you all very soon for the next episode of Supernatural. Only 3 to go. Oh my god, I'm scared. I'll see you all very soon for the next episode. Bye guys, stay safe, and have a good day.